So let's think about how we can learn from history. How have you learned from some things that have happened before so that it can be better? But there are some big things that happen in history that we can really learn about to help each other and make the world a little bit better. So we are going to read about Martin Luther King Jr. and what he did in the past to help what has happened right now. I was born in Atlanta. It was 1929. My family was Black. Blacks had to follow unfair rules, and I could not play with white children. He had dark skin, and dark skinned people could not play with light skinned people. So, do you think that was fair? I met Coretta Scott, and I married her, and we had 4 children. So that's him, and that is his wife, Coretta Scott. Whites and blacks still lived apart. We ate in different restaurants and we sat apart on buses. Blacks were unhappy. If you had to sit away from people and you had to go to a different restaurant or you had to sit in the back of the bus, would you be happy? So they were not. They were treated differently. I wanted to change things. I liked Gandhi's idea. He taught people to be non-violent. So Gandhi is somebody that's really also very famous in history. Okay, non-violent means not to be mean or use or beat people. So I marched for my beliefs. I dreamed of freedom. I wanted to make America better. I wanted blacks and whites to be treated equally. That means to be treated fairly. He wanted black people and white people to be treated the same. Some people agreed and they wrote laws. Everyone must be treated the same. And I was celebrated for my work. So he made it possible for everybody to be treated the same. He fought really hard for that law to be passed. But my work was not done. I had more dreams. I wanted world peace and I wanted to help the poor. But before I could finish my work, James Earl Ray killed me. So he died. He was murdered. I was an important man and I fought for equality and justice. That means he fought for fairness, all for everyone. Okay. Because of Martin Luther King Jr., people understood that it was really important to treat everyone fairly, even though they looked different. And that's why he's an important person in history, and that's why we also learn about him. So we can make sure we treat everyone the same, and we learned from the past. Another super fun thing about history is holidays. How many of you love holidays? Miss Jo loves holidays. But we need to think, why do we celebrate them? Lots of reasons why people celebrate holidays and why we still celebrate those holidays and how they came about. And we can learn all about it through history. So a lot of us know about Thanksgiving. Okay, it's an American holiday. So we're going to learn a little bit about why people celebrate Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is about giving thanks, being grateful. Family and friends gather on this day. So history, how Thanksgiving came about and why people still celebrate them. The Pilgrims were the first to celebrate Thanksgiving. Pilgrims are people who found a certain place or who traveled very far away. Okay. The Pilgrims came to North America by ship, and the ship was called the Mayflower. So it's the first time these people came to America. The first winter was very hard. Many pilgrims did not survive. Then they met Native Americans. Native Americans were people that were there before these pilgrims came. The Native Americans could farm and hunt and fish, and they taught the pilgrims to do the same so they could help them survive. The pilgrims were so thankful for the good harvest, and they invited their Native American friends for a feast. Do you guys remember what you do on Thanksgiving? The Pilgrims and Native Americans played games, they told stories, and they celebrated for 3 days. And so today, many Americans celebrate Thanksgiving and they also share a special meal or a feast with their families. So that's why you celebrate Thanksgiving, okay? To remember the good things and to remember what happened that helped America become America. Another special holiday that people usually celebrate is the Chinese New Year. And have you ever thought why people celebrate Chinese New Year? So Chinese New Year usually happens in January or February. We celebrated it together. And this is Miss Teal's country usually celebrates Chinese New Year and also Luna. Okay. So Chinese New Year means a new year in China. A new year in China means a new season and spring is coming. Spring is a time to see family. So people honor the gods that they believe in, and they also remember loved ones who have died, and they light some candles. So Chinese New Year is a time for families to come together and remember some of the people that have died and to remember them. So families usually have big feasts and people eat a lot of food, and many people also eat oranges. So it's kind of similar to Thanksgiving where people are eating. And Chinese New Year celebrates the past. It celebrates what has happened before. And it also celebrates family. So family come together and they always look forward to the new year. So they remember what has happened in the past and they celebrate the new things that are coming in the new year. And that is why people celebrate Chinese New Year, because it's an important part to remember your history and family. So now it is your turn to draw a picture or make a card of you celebrating your favorite holiday. It can be any holiday that you think. And also think about why it is important to celebrate that holiday and keep celebrating that holiday. Now, Miss Huddleston and I look forward to seeing some of your favorite holidays and learn from it. Have fun!